Hello. So I just want to say that I haven't slept for 2 weeks thinking about having to be up here again like I was 10 years ago. So welcome to the Center's 10-year celebration. And honestly, it's exactly 10 years ago today that this building opened and began providing programs and services to the community. And later on this afternoon, we'll have our original video of the opening playing on that television over there. Most of you know me. My name is Roberta Lynch, and I'm Director of the Council on Aging. And I want to welcome you for being here. I know we're short chairs, and we'll get those out. I want to welcome you and thank you for being here on this cold day. And I know that some of you are missing a football game. Or many of you. Over the past 10 years, Medfield's 60-plus population has increased by 38%. However, the COA participation has increased over 180%. We are a very busy center and doing a lot of good work. This good work could not be done without good staff and wonderful volunteers. So I'd like to introduce the COA staff. The first is Susan Bernstein. Susan is 8 years with the Council on Aging, and she works with all the volunteers. She works, and sometimes I've thought about this as exhausting when I think about all you do and how you do it in 17 hours a week. She coordinates the tax work-off program. That's up to 65 volunteers. She coordinates the snow shoveling program, and I think there's like 41 families in that. She coordinates all the medical rides to doctor's appointments, which I think last year you arranged 230-something rides, I think. She works with all the volunteers at the center, and of course we really appreciate those volunteers who pick up the donuts, the bagels, and the muffins every week. Because what would we do without them? We'd be skinny. She also coordinates the Accept student volunteers who come in and work in our dining hall on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And all the youth groups, which I want to invite all of you to come on Monday at 2:30 because the Girl Scout troop is coming and holding a game day. So now that you're all here today, means you all have to be here Monday at 2:30 to play board games. Thank you.
Thank you.
So next on the staff list is Bill Party. Bill Party has been with us for 7 years. Bill Party runs transportation. He brings people everywhere they need to go, in Medfield, outside of Medfield. He maintains our vehicles to make sure they've had their oil changed, and we'll be doing our report to the state shortly. Right.
Working on it.
He supports the COA in many ways, and we're very fortunate when he accepted the position 7 years ago that he is a very handy man, and he has been fixing and repairing all the little things in the building that I could attempt to do with duct tape, as the drawer shows over there, or it could be fixed by Bill. So, Bill, we really appreciate everything you do, and glad you're back from your... Next is Kathy Powers. Where is Kathy Powers? So Kathy Powers has been with the COA for 6 years. And she started around March 1st of 2012 when our respite program opened up. And Kathy is the coordinator of the Adult Respite Care Program, and this is probably one of my most favorite programs that we offer, besides transportation, because it really meets the needs of families and seniors And we are so lucky to have you coordinating that program. Don't move. At her side is Trish Pembroke. Come on up, Trish. And she has been with the COA, we're supposed to look at 3.5, 4 years? 3.5 years? Yes. So Trish works alongside Kathy with the respite. And to date, I think we've served about 56 families in that respite program. And it's a wonderful program that you two offer, the dynamic duo. Thank you. Thank you. And then the newest member to our team is Lisa Donovan. Lisa joined us a few months ago as our outreach coordinator. And as you just saw, she brings a whole new bit of energy to the center. And you bring expertise and caring, and you have just jumped into your position. Thank you so much. The COA staff is phenomenal. They are knowledgeable, informed, kind, caring, and they know their jobs. But there's another group that provides guidance, sets policies, keeps the COA on point, keeps me on point, and through the years I've been fortunate to work with many great board members, but I'd like to introduce our current board members. Our newest member is Rich Ryder. Do you want to come up? Perry Constance. I didn't know if I saw Perry come in. I don't know. Okay. Mike Clancy. Mr. Clancy? No, he's here.
It'll take a moment.
That's okay. We have all that.
Welcome to the club.
Pardon? What? No, I'm not.
Gwen Centauri. And Chairman Bob Heald. I want to say that this is a celebration of the building, our 10 years, but it's also a celebration of all the people, past and present, who have participated here, worked here, volunteered here, who have had a question, needed a piece of medical equipment, wanted information on Medicare, needed their taxes prepared, or who just simply needed a place to go. It's a celebration of what we do and all of you. Thank you for joining us today. I would like to recognize our State Senator, Paul Feeney, who is here, and he'll be up here shortly. I'd also like to thank our selectmen, Pete Peterson, Mike Marcucci, and Gus Murphy for being here. I also want to thank Mike Sullivan, who I don't see him here, but he has always been available and supportive over the years that I've been at the COA. So for all of your support and helping to meet the needs of the seniors in this community, I thank you very much. And Chairman Heald, you're on.
I bet you think I have 3 pages of notes to speak on today, too. I don't. I said, when they asked me to speak today, I said, "Yeah, sure," and just provide me with my speech, because I don't make speeches. But I want to thank, again, everybody for being here. And as I was walking around today, I was looking out the windows here at the back and saying, what a beautiful spot. With our new floor, which we just had refinished during the Christmas vacation. So we're all set for 2018. And we want everyone to come down and enjoy everything that goes on here. You've heard a little bit about what goes on, but there's much more than that. And we're going to have some demonstrations in the classrooms later on this afternoon for you to see some of this going on. But now I'd like to conclude my speech and introduce Senator Paul Feeney.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, everybody. Perfect timing, there's no Patriots game on today, although it looks like the Bills are driving down the field right now, so if anybody's missing that game. Look, I am blessed to be a member of the great legislative delegation here in Medfield, both Representative Garlick, Representative Dooley, who do so much for the community. I am blessed to be your state senator, newly elected. We did office hours last month, and one of our first sets of office hours right here in Medfield, in this building here in the center. I think it was Lisa and Bill who said, you should come back for an exercise class. I said, trying to tell me something? but in all seriousness, it's those programs that you do here. I see our Board of Selectmen that do such a great job in kind of, doing those things, those things that make a community tick, infrastructure and things like that. But that's the backbone of a community like Medfield. But the work that you do here and the work that the staff and the board and the volunteers do here, that's really the oxygen that a community like Medfield needs to thrive and to survive. I think it's great, everything, all the programs that you do here. The building is beautiful, you're in a great spot, and I want to be a partner for you to make sure that we can not only continue to do those things, but that we can grow. That we can grow and that we can truly invest in the community here in Medfield, that does so much for so many people. So with that, and to show the importance of this day, I brought a citation that's officially laid on the record of the Massachusetts State Senate. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to present this to you, and I'll read it. It says, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate official citation. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Medfield Council on Aging in recognition of your passion, commitment, and advocacy on behalf of the elders of the Medfield community and for the 10-year anniversary celebrating the opening of the center at Ice House Road. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to in a copy thereof, transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate, signed by the President of the Senate, Harry L. Chandler, the Clerk, William F. Welch, and offered by yours truly, State Senator Paul R. Feeney, January 7th, 2018. Congratulations. Please reach out to me if there's anything I can do. Next up.
Oh. No, right over here. I'm done.
And I can attest that she was up half the night most of last week, because I got an email from her at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to introduce the Lions Club representative now, Tony Santori. Tony?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I was here before there wasn't any building, it was just a field. And I remember being on the committee with Lou Fellini, and I remember it was in January when we started to do the excavation for the foundations. And I remember looking at the plans, and they didn't have any good geotechnical information about what was underneath the ground here. And sure enough, the next week they hit ledge. They had a big delay, cost a few bucks extra. Anyway, I don't know if Tom Sweeney's here. Is Tom here? Probably watching the football game. Anyway, when we first opened up, I was glad to come here. I had been used to the Fast Center, where Roberta had an office in that corner, which was crowded and jammed, and there was a wagon with bagels in the corridor. And this was a great, great, great change and a great improvement for seniors. And I remember being here with Tom Sweeney having coffee one morning. We talked about, gee, this is a great place. We ought to be able to do something here to have a fundraiser. We banged it around. We said, maybe we could have a Chowder Fest. So we had that Chowder Fest. That was like 9 years ago. And the first time we did it, we really didn't know what we were doing. Not that we learned much and became any better, but we didn't know the first time, and we actually ran out of chowder. And I'm glad Mike's not here, because I remember the first time he said, I came at 12 o'clock and there was no chowder. I said, well, we ran out. I didn't know. But with Roberta's help, it's gotten better and bigger, and I'm happy that I could do it for 9 years in a row, and we every year present a check, which is why I'm here, to give to Fosse a check for $1,500.
It's always nice to get those. Just a word about Fosse. Fosse is a 501c3 organization. It's the Friends of Medfield Seniors. It is the fundraising arm for the Senior Center. We put on some programs throughout the year. The biggest one that you probably all know about is the yard sale, which is coming up in April. So if you save things for the yard sale, we're glad to take them. We could also use some more volunteers for Fosse. So anybody that has some extra time, check on Fosse. They meet the first Thursday of the month. So you missed this month. But usually it's about an hour meeting and that's it. So anybody that can come out to Fosse, we sure would appreciate it. Next on the program is the guy who made this building possible, Mr. Lou Fellini. You know, I'd like to say one more thing. When Roberta asked me if I'd be interested in being on the Council of Aging Board, I put it off for a year because I had just moved to Medfield. And after a year, I said, okay, I'm ready now. I signed up, I got appointed. The second meeting I went to, Mr. Fellini resigned and I became chairman.
There are plans in my hands. I've been blessed with the special people that I've been involved with in my senior years. My wife, Joan, who has put up with me, listening to my rants and providing the great sounding boards for my thoughts. My mentor and my friend, Mike Sullivan, who guided me through the maze of town politics and regulations, whose door was always open and is a strong advocate for seniors. Roberta Lynch, a very dear friend, a passionate advocate for the seniors, and a very active participant in the construction of this building. The men and women who stood on the street corners collecting signatures for the various petitions advocating the building of this center. The townspeople who voted for the construction of this building. The Senior Center Building Committee, Bob Lutman, Carl Miller, Diana Greenberg, Vinnie LaValle, Robin Connors, Lisa Thompson, Tony Santori, Roberta Lynch, and Mike Sullivan. The Friends of Seniors, Bill Johnson, who worked tirelessly straightening out the legal workings of Fosse and raising tens of thousands of dollars for the seniors. The future of this center is promising. It has a strong staff. The Council of Aging itself is strong with young leadership and is going, and as does Fosse, but the future lies in the younger seniors to get involved and stay involved. Now for a little of memory lane. I was standing in front of the Roach Brothers collecting signatures one day, and a gentleman from town approached me, and I didn't quite know which direction he was, whether he was for or against the senior center. And his comment to me was, keep it up, Lou, keep driving. And I point to Tony Santori right now, and I say, Tony, keep it up, keep driving. The gentleman was John Harney. I remember Bob Lutman at the town meeting where he stated that if the Red Sox got Kurt Schilling, we should get the senior center. I remember the construction meetings where we gathered, we had birthday parties, and we did crazy things. Mike Sullivan was there, I think, primarily to keep us out of jail. The other thing I remember is I was in ICU with a pulmonary embolism, where they thought it was, and all of a sudden, bouncing in was my daughter, Roberta Lynch, checking on me. I think she came in with the idea that we need to locate the dumpsters, and that's what she came into, but I think she was checking up on me. And finally, when you talk about getting involved, I can remember a desperate call. The columns in the front of the building were the wrong size. And she happened to walk up, and while they were putting them in, and they were actually, in her eyes, they were too large and they should be reduced. And we had a quick meeting, and we did change it. So Roberta was very much involved with this building. And I thank you for being involved. Please get involved. Tony, keep up the good work.
Thanks, Lou. Okay, we have just a couple more things. We have some people who want to say something about the center. And the first is Mr. Zia Hassan.
Good evening. First of all, happy 10-year celebration for Senior Center. I'm Zia Hassan, my wife Zubeda Hassan. We were living 20 years in New Jersey. When I retired, my daughter told me she lived in Westwood. She told me, come Boston, you will find a good thing here. So we moved in 2014. When we moved here, we had some initial problem like health and apartment and so many things. But this center gave me a lot of things. We came here, we joined here, and step by step, everything, my problem are solved. This is I'm saying from here and here. Health insurance, 1 second. For health insurance, Ellen, Shine Counseling, she helped me a lot. Every step for dental problem, health care, me, my wife. God bless them. Then we have a problem for doctor appointment, driving. I cannot drive long. So Susan helped me a lot. Thank you very much. And I'm really telling you, this center is like a Taj Mahal. It's a Taj Mahal. It's really 5-star hotel. Because when we live in New Jersey, Maywood time, Hackensack, they have a center, but no like that. It has a lot of activity. And it's, in other words, you can say this is an adult daycare center because we have a lot of activity from Monday to Friday, 9 to 4. And God bless them. They give me a lot. Roberta especially. In the beginning, she helped me a lot. In every step, I talked to her, she helped me. I talked to her, she helped me. So, God bless them, this center. And congratulations for 10 years completing, and more and more and more. Thank you very much.
While he was talking, one other thing came to mind. He said Monday through Friday, we received, Roberta applied for a grant. Grant was granted, and we will soon be having some Saturday hours. So stay tuned. Okay, the last speaker, I believe. We saved the best for last. Rich Ryder.
Thank you, Bob. And I'm not sure the best is being saved for last, but I appreciate the nice comments. Welcome, everyone. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about why I decided to get active here at the Center at Medfield. I'm one of those younger seniors that Lou referred to. And when I was thinking about what to say, and I will try to be brief, I was thinking about an article that I read recently on the difference between networks and community. So a network is a large group of people that have some sort of association with each other. A common one would be Facebook. And you may have hundreds and hundreds of Facebook friends, and some people like to collect friends. But I would venture to say that a lot of them you may never have met. However, with a community is not defined by its numbers. In fact, a community gets too large, starts becoming a community. A community is a group of people who are interested in each other, who form lasting relationships, who seek to help each other and to learn about each other. And I thought that was appropriate analogy on a day like today. To me, this center is a gem in Medfield. It represents a very lively, active community full of people who respect each other and who are taking the interests of each other in mind and seeking to help each other when the going sometimes gets tough. When I came down here a year ago, my wife, Jill, who's sitting down to my left, started doing Meals on Wheels. I began to help her, and through that association, I came to a couple of dinners during the winter months. It was about a year ago this month. I sat down and immediately was attracted to the people who were sitting at my table. I got to know them, and over the course of a few dinners, I got to know a lot of people. When the yard sale came up, I thought of that as being a great way to meet additional people. And to make a long story short, during the summer, I was asked if I would be interested in serving on the board. I immediately said yes, because I wanted to be a part of the next 10 years. And so I'm very proud of Roberta and her staff who make this facility such a welcoming, warm place, filled with respect, filled with love. This doesn't get to be this way by accident. It's a lot of hard work by a lot of people. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be associated with this facility, and I plan to stick around for a long time. So you better get used to me. So congratulations to everyone who has made this day possible, and I look forward to enjoying the rest of the afternoon celebrating with all of you. Thank you.
My name is Roberta Lynch. I'm director of the Medfield Council on Aging, and I am starting my 17th year here in Medfield. So this center actually opened up January 7th, 2008. That was the day that we actually started programs here and services out of this building.
a variety of different exercise programs, yoga, Tai Chi.
Because everyone knows that exercise is so important as you age.
We offer classes on art, opportunities to join each other playing a friendly game of cards.
I happen to be a very avid card player, and we have all kinds of different card games going on at different times during the week.
And when we opened, we had 337 people that participated at the Council on Aging. Now, 10 years later, we have 922 people that actively participate right here in this building.
And the suppers that we have during the month are a great opportunity to socialize, get to know some of our friends here. And then during the summertime, there is obviously the barbecues that take place once a month. Again, another opportunity to socialize with each other and just get caught up on people's different lives.
I've gone on many of the trips, some overnight trips, some just day trips, but the center is always sponsoring trips for seniors to different places.
I think the center is special for a few different reasons. One, it provides our senior population an opportunity to come down and socialize with others. Socializing is an important part of staying healthy and staying active.
One of the big things we do here is we give people the opportunity to be social and do things that they may not normally do if they were home alone in their home.
As a matter of fact, we just had a ice cream social the other day. Sometimes we have the ice cream socials here, sometimes we go out to various ice cream places to have them. So there's all kinds of different things for people of all kinds of different interests and ages here at the center.
So a lot of people, I believe, don't know what the Council on Aging does. And you really don't know until you have a need or or there's a question about an aging parent, or you're approaching 65 and you need information on Medicare. But the Council on Aging does so many things. We first and foremost are a source of information for people as they age, because we know that aging presents many challenges and many losses, which is problems for people. You have loss of ambulation, you have loss of vision, you have loss of hearing, you may have loss of a loved one. There's so many things that happen as we grow older. But growing older is a good thing, and the Council on Aging can help people grow older and have a quality of life.
I think the biggest reason people come to the center is obviously the activities here and the camaraderie of all the people that you meet and interact here.
So I would encourage anyone who would like to come down and take part to do so. Just come on in, ask some questions. The staff here is very receptive and friendly and willing to answer any questions, and would love to have you join us.
The staff here is warm and welcoming. I've been to various other senior centers in the area, and there's none as welcoming as the center at Medfield.
We offer so many services here that it's hard to even almost detail what we do because it's so vast. But people come here because it's a home away from home. It's welcoming. We have out-of-town guests here that will say this is one of the best centers around. And I believe it is one of the best centers around because we're very active. I always say that there's no age at the senior center and that I don't know anybody's age. We're all the same age when we go through the doors because we are. We just have different outside shells. And that's, I think, what makes us so unique is that the philosophy that we have here at this senior center, or center, whichever way you want to say it, we just want to enjoy our lives, have a quality life, have the resources around us and near us so that when we have a problem, when we have a challenge of getting older, we're able to handle that challenge and still live comfortably and safely and with quality.
Did you notice a theme going through what Rich has to say? Food. Since the food here, we have all kinds of cookouts in the summertime, and we have We go out to dine-arounds, the different restaurants, and we have the supper club. So food is very important down here. So in closing, I'd like to say thank you all for coming. Remind you that we have demonstrations in the 2 rooms down the hall, and there's also something going on, a health thing in the library. There's one set of demonstrations at 3 and another at 3:30. Again, thank you very much. We now have refreshments, and there's just one more thing I'd like to say, and that's thank you to the committee who worked on putting this 10-year celebration together. That includes Nancy Gerstle, Rich Ryder, Judy McHugh, Norma Barr, Kathy Brennan, Ruth McGovern, Roberta Lynch, and myself. Again, thank you all.
You're watching Medfield TV, community shows.